You know what no one really tells you as a social media manager? It's not enough to just show up to a discovery call. It's about how you actually, lead the call, and then more importantly, the questions that you ask. Because asking the wrong questions or not knowing what to ask at all, that is exactly what is going to end up overgiving. That is how you end up overgiving, undercharging, or actually feeling like the client is under control, like the client is in control when you are meant to be in control. But when you know what to ask, when to ask it, and how to guide the conversation with clarity, that is when you start to close discovery call um with confidence. Exactly. In this life, I'll be walking you through the exact questions to ask in a discovery call that actually convert, so that you can stop winging it or doing the call as it comes, and then you can start leading like a professional. If you've ever felt awkward rather, unsure, or ghosted after a call, stay with me. This particular live class is going to change your life, you guys. I'm going to be sharing my screen soon. Just a moment, guys. Just a moment. Oh, okay. So let's um let's get it. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. Welcome on board, guys. Let me know if you can see my screen, which I think that you should be able to, because I can see myself. So today's class is going to be about questions to ask on discovery call. Questions you should ask your clients on discovery call, so you sound like a professional, and then close more calls, close more clients, so that you don't so that you are not feeling intimidated by your client. Exactly. You want to impress the client, you want to sound smart, and then close the deal, and then somehow you don't want to overshare, and then you don't want to undershare and still look unprofessional. So what are the questions that you ask during the discovery call? You know, there are some type of conversations, procedure, framework that you should follow as a social media manager if your goal is to work with our client. This session will teach you how to ask the right questions and then lead with confidence as a social media manager, and actually close clients like a professional, so that you don't seem like you are fidgeting during the call, like you are appearing in your best self. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. So get your notes pad and let's get it. Okay, yeah. So who is this class for? Let's start from here. So now, who is this class for? This class is for you if you get on calls and then feel unprepared as a social media manager. It's for my social media managers, for my fellow social media managers who are always overwhelmed by discovery calls, afraid, and you have this mindset that, oh, after the call, the client might not reach out, or maybe you just show up and then instantly let the client lead, right? And then maybe they talk a lot, and then you forget to qualify the client because of the client talking. I know you can be hearing some background noises. They are my kids shouting in the sitting room. They're on holidays, so bear with me. So anyways, as I was saying, maybe you are the kind of person that lets your clients lead instead of you taking control of the call. This class is for you. Or maybe you just always go blank whenever you're on call, instead of you to actively be in control. You don't even know, you already practiced, and then you don't know what to say immediately the client is in front of you, right? This call is for you. Then when the client talks too much and then you forget to lead, exactly, you're not sure what to ask or when to ask it. Then you want to close more clients with confidence. This live class is for you, because you know that is sometimes, well, maybe to me, but I realize that it's easy to get clients to get to your discovery call session, like, because most of the time people's discovery call is free, so it's easier to get clients to book your discovery call. Now, where the work actually is you interviewing your client, because discovery call is you interviewing your client. It's the other way around. It's not your client interviewing you. So it's easier for you to get clients to get to your discovery call. But what I feel that a lot of social media managers have not been able to crack is getting clients from discovery calls. Like, imagine you have like maybe like 5 discovery call, and if you cannot confidently let at least a minimum of 3 of the clients work with you, then something is wrong in your discovery call session. It means something is wrong. You're not doing something right. Yeah. It means you're not doing something right. So let's move on. So why most discovery calls flop? Now we need to get to the reason why this happens to social media managers, because now you can talk to your friends, you can make YouTube videos like this, you can create content, you can, you are confident even in front of your mirror. Sometimes you even practice for the discovery call so much that you are confident that you are going to like kill it. You have it under control. And then you get in front of your client, you start to blab. You don't even know the right things to say. It has happened to me before. So that is why I'm able to talk about it confidently now, because I know that I've been there. A lot of beginner social media managers are going through that. They are meant to work with lots and lots of clients that have booked their call, but they can't, because during discovery call, there's always and always something that messes everything up. So now, why most discovery calls flop? Either you are too tired, you are too focused on impressing, not qualifying. Now, some of the time, because you just want to show your client that, oh, I can build content strategy, I can do this, I can do that. You can see the people that I've worked with before, I have testimonials to prove this. Instead of doing all of that, why not let them see that instead of you talking about your past what is it called, achievements with your client, why not use about 1 hour before the call to go through that client's page, if you're going to be managing their page, their Facebook, or maybe their Instagram or TikTok. Why not go through their page, and then um read about what they are doing, what they are up to, and then think in your head that if I'm going to grow this page, what are the things that they are lacking that I can actually be the one to correct, right? So, if you are able to do that, you are qualifying yourself for the role, because you make them see their loopholes, you make them see their problems, right? And then you give away too much strategy for free. Now, when I mentioned that you go to their accounts to check what they are up to, so that you can tell them how you can help and all of that, what I'm going to be letting you know is that there's a difference in you telling them what they need help with, and then you actually telling them the solution. You can only just tell them, okay, you need to do this. You don't have to let them know exactly how to do it. And then you don't have to let them know your exact strategy that you're using. Because I've realized that if you overshare during discovery call, it leads to a closed door. Because most of the time, the clients realize that what you are saying, they can actually do it if they take their time to do it, and then they will not hire you. It has happened to me before, because there was this client that booked my one-on-one strategy call, and this particular client, no, not even one-on-one strategy, it was a discovery call, and this client was like, "Oh, how are you going to build my page?" I went through her page before the call, so I already knew the things that she's not doing that needs to work. Now, this was when I was, I think when I just started out my business. So I now realized that immediately I saw her page, I knew that her page is not, she didn't humanize her page as much as she's meant to humanize her page. Her page was so filled with carousels, pictures, graphic pictures, and also stock videos. She's not showing her own real face, and then she's not showing her own real self. She doesn't go live. Then I came up with lots of things that she's not doing, that if I come on board, I'm going to make a calendar for her, and then make sure that it is part of the strategy that I'm going to be working with for her. You guys, this lady said, oh, okay, she'll reach out to me when she can afford it. Like she cannot afford my services now and all of that. But she will let me know when she can afford it and all of that. Anyway, she never came back. But she was following me and I was following her on Instagram. Then one day I just saw one of her posts and I saw that she's been going everything I told her, started doing all those things for free. Because I've already shared my strategy with her during the call. So it made me realize that you shouldn't give away too much strategy for free. Keep the real thing that you're going to be doing for them in your mind. You could just let them see why they need to hire you. Like amplify their problems, amplify their page or their business problems, and you are the solution. But they will get the solution only if they hire you. Another thing is that you let the client lead the call. Do not let them lead the call, no matter how intimidating the client is, because most of the time discovery calls are usually video calls like this. And sometimes when you get on the call, the client can just be like, okay, so what's your name? So where are you joining from? And then they start to talk. Now, tell me what you can do for me. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not in any interview with you. Like, even if a client should come across to you like that, pause, like pause, take a deep breath, and then throw the question back. Something like, can you tell me more about your business? What exactly are you struggling with in your business now? Then they will be the one answering your questions. You have to like shift it back to them, because at the end of the day, it's not you are the one that is choosing. You don't know what questions move the sale forward. And then another thing is that most calls go wrong because we are trying to impress instead of assess. We are meant to assess their page, assess the clients themselves, to know that is this client really worth my time. Another thing is that we want to prove ourselves so bad that we start to give free strategies, listing all of our skills, talking about our packages, and none of it actually make any sense, because at that particular point you really need to assess your client. Now, if you didn't ask what the client actually need, you are not asking them what they need, you let them lead instead of qualifying them, you left the call without a clear direction, that is a problem. That is what causes the most discovery call to not lead to sale, to not lead to you closing it, right? So let's move on and see how we can move from that. The purpose of a discovery call. Now, this is important for me to talk about because some beginner social media managers do not even do discovery calls. Not because they can't, but they just skip that part. I wonder why. And it amazes me because in my mind, I think that why won't you want to see if your client, your potential client, is of good fit with for you to actually work with. Now, a discovery call isn't a free coaching session. It's not a time to it's not a casual vibe check or somewhere where you can just start to talk to somebody that is telling you all their problems and all that. Like, it's an intentional process to actually learn what their goals are. I mean, your clients, your potential clients goals, their gaps, what they are not doing, and then is an avenue for you to position your solution. Do you understand? You need to position your solution. And another thing is that you need to set the tone for your working relationship. It's important for you to realize that, because if you do not do that, um, your clients are going to make it about them, and then you start to fidget, and then you may even forget the things that you already planned out to say. Right. Now, another thing is that is your chance, your discovery call is your chance to understand the client's goals and also to know their gaps exactly. Then decide if this client is even a good fit for you. Now, a lot of people usually think that, oh, the client want to check if I'm good fit for them. But is the other way around. Is the client a good fit for you? Do you think this client is not problematic? How are you going to be able to tell? You can easily tell by speaking with them during the discovery call. You will know, because based on the type of questions you ask them and how they respond to you, you will be able to pinpoint. It's just instinct. You'll be able to pinpoint that this is red flag, right? Now let's move on. Just is okay. Let's move on. Just a second. This my kids, they are distracting me. Anyway, let's move on. The three phases of a strong discovery call. Now we have three phases of a strong discovery call, because there's always, most of the time, people don't know that there is a technique to these things. They just feel that you have a discovery call and then that is how it goes, and then you start to ask questions. Or nope, there's always like a framework, like a what should I call it? Like phases during the discovery call if you actually want to close that call. Now, there's the first phase is connection. You know, like if you want to like speak with someone, yeah, somebody's just joining your call, probably I mean for the discovery call, and then you just go straight to tell me about your business. You don't even care to know the person's name, you don't even care to know where the country the person is joining from, you don't even care to know other things that are casual and are still important about the person. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you need to connect, you need to warm up the conversation, you need to build trust, right? Then next phase is clarity. You need to ask the right questions that actually reveals the client's needs. You need to know what they need, how to their problem, why they contacted you exactly. Then number three is positioning. You connect their pain point to your offer and then lead them to the next step, because that is how to show that they are actually in the right positioning with you. Then no more, you don't do rambling, you are not just hoping that, oh, they will just instinct will just tell them to hire you. No, you have to know that you are leading the close. Like, of course, you don't have to be pushy, but you know that in your mind that this particular discovery call is for me to close the call. I'm not going to be wasting my 30 minutes speaking with these people or with this person. Just make sure that you are doing the work, and then you are asking the right questions, following these three phases of a strong discovery call. Now, I made an explanation of each phase. Let's see, I mean, an example of each phase. So the first one is connection. And which are the connection questions? There are connection questions that you should ask during discovery calls. And one of it is that, tell me about your business. How did it start? Now, as simple as this question sounds, if you are not asking from your client, you don't feel connected to your client, because you may not hear the brand story, you may not hear how the person started the business, you may not even hear, you will not be able to pinpoint what a brand is about, because you are not hearing from the horse's mouth. You are not allowing them speak. So ask the right question. What made you decide it's time to get help with social media? Now, you can be able to spot red flag. You'll be able to hear, okay, maybe they said they are overwhelmed, and then maybe they said, oh, I had a social media manager before. She just didn't, I didn't, my follower growth was stuck, and she didn't increase my followers, she didn't do this, or I didn't make any sale while working with the social media manager. In your mind, you already know that this type of client that is saying all of this about our ex social media manager, that's a subtle red flag, right? So another thing is that, sorry guys, another thing is that, what made you this, okay, where do you feel most stuck right now? That you'll be able to tell what their problem is, what they are struggling, what is their pain point. Those are the type of questions that you ask for connection questions, right? You need to know all these things, because this question, it builds rapport, and then that rapport builds trust. So once you are connected, now you can move to the next stage, which is the clarity phase. Let's move on. Okay, so to the clarity phase, questions that you can ask in this phase. What are your goals with social media in the next 3 to 6 months? Now, here you'll be able to tell that, okay, what exactly is the type of ROI this company or this brand is expecting from you, or this business owner is expecting from you. You'll be able to map it out. Of course, you are jotting down the points, or you are recording the voice note so that you can listen to it after the call, or you are even recording the whole call so that you can watch again when you are creating content. So it's important for you to know what are your goals with social media in the next 3 to 6 months. You write it down when they say those things, so that because those are the important um metric or important ROI they will be measuring when they are working with you. Then another thing is that have you worked with an a social media manager before? What was your experience like? Now, this is where you'll be able to tell that okay, this person has worked with a social media manager before, and this is what they, you'll be able to figure out if the client is even ready to be helped or not because of the things that they say. You'll be able to learn about their you'll be able to learn about their past experiences, how they are currently doing, and their relationship with their past social media managers. You'll be able to tell. Another thing is that you'll be able to know if what's your process for measuring success right now. You'll be able to know what their process for measuring success is so that you know what to work with when you're working with them. All of this is one of the things that you make sure that you put down. Now let's move on. Mm. Phase 3, positioning questions. Examples. If we work together, what will success look like to you? Now, this is a very important question, because what you are asking is that you are asking that what results are you going to see when I'm working with you, and then you consider that you have not wasted your money. Exactly. I, of course, you're not asking it that way, but that is what it actually means, that we have worked together. What would success look like to you? Now, another thing is that you are not being now that you know what they need, this is where you lead them to their solution. Exactly. Because it's important for you to um after you have to listen tentatively when they are speaking with you, so that you'll be able to know. Sometimes you have written down some questions, but because you are listening to them, you are able to ask the right questions, even though you've not written down that particular question, but you are able to ask based on what they are saying. You have to actively listen. How soon are you looking to get started? That is important for you to know, so that you know, okay, this person is not just a time waster, you know. Another thing is that, do you already have a budget in mind? It's important for you to ask this, so that when you ask, do you already have a budget in mind? They'll tell you, oh, I don't have a budget. Oh, I have a my budget is this. Or can you just tell me how much you charge for, probably if you have packages and all of that. Don't be afraid to talk about timelines and money. Do you understand? Even professionals do. They talk about timeline, they talk about money. It's better to even talk about money while you are looking at yourself face to face. It makes the decision, um, it makes it takes the awkwardness of just waiting for a response from an email. When you are speaking with to the business owner, straightforward, how much is your budget for this service? So that you know, and then always ask how much is their budget first before you tell them how much you charge. I mean, if you want to work with them, because it's very important for them to, for so that you not shoot yourself in the leg. Now imagine the client is telling you, oh, my budget is $1,000, and then you are saying you are charging $200. You see that, even though it seems like you can just stick to your own plan and then follow that plan of your, but you don't even know that for the client to be telling you that, that means that they know that your service is worth more than that, what you are charging, right? So you really need to ask that question first. So let's move on. So bonus power questions. Use this to really stand out. If we don't fix this, how might it impact your business? Now, it's important for you to know that, okay, hold on, guys. Okay. It says that use this to really stand out. If we don't fix this, how might it impact your business? What's stopping you from doing this on your own? So now you're asking these questions to know how important your service is to your clients, your potential clients. Because sometimes when you don't know how bad they need it, you'll be able to tell that they will take your work for granted if they don't really, really, really need your work. Right. They don't really need their service. So you really need to ask those questions to be able to know that how important exactly is my services to this person. Now, what's stopping you from doing this on your own? Let them know. Let them say why they cannot do it by themselves so that you'll be able to be sure that they actually need that service. Now, this shifts the energy and then position you as the solution, not just a service. Now, is a problem to solution kind of service because they've already said their problem to you. Now, how can your business be a solution to them? For you, it is a time for you to sell yourself as the solution to that problem. That is when you get that is when you have a closed sale. If you can communicate the idea, communicate the solution to your client that has the problem, and then they are able to see you as a solution to that problem, then they are hooked. Red flags to watch out for. Now, there are some red flags that is important for you to watch out for as okay, sorry about that, guys. So, red flags to watch out for. Now, there are some red flags that you need to watch out for when you have a new client that you are speaking with on discovery call. That is when you are able to weed out the type of client that you want and then the type of client that you don't want, so that you are able to you don't waste your time and then you don't risk your mental health. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, red flags to watch out for. Number one, if somebody just tell you, oh, while explaining to you what they really want, and then they are like, oh, I just want to go viral. Run. Like, run. You need to run. You might be tempted to say yes to anyone, all of them that, oh, I just need a client, I just need a client, all of that. But desperation can be expensive for your brand, for your business. So if any of your potential clients is telling you that I just want to go viral, that is the only thing that I want. I just want to go viral. That's a red flag. If it tells you, oh, I need a month of content in 3 days, it's also a red flag because if you want, it means that you want an overnight result. How is that possible? Nope. Or maybe a client have ghosted other social media managers and they are not clear about their process in paying you, or they tell you, oh, I had to fire my old social media manager because maybe she didn't respond quickly to me or something. You just know. Or tells you, I've worked with 3 social media managers and none of them delivered. It's a red flag because how will you work with 3 people and they're not even one delivered? Then what exactly do you want? Then somebody says, I'll pay once I see results. Red flag. Because first of all, you working with a new client should be payment first before service. Right. So why are you telling me that I'll pay once I see results? What result are you talking about? Like what are you talking about? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, the wrong client will cost more than the wrong price. The mental health that, they mess up your mental health. Like clients like that gives you this type of red flags. Trust me, believe them. They mess with your mental health. They mess with it so bad that you will be wondering what exactly got you working with them in the first place. So let's move on. So before you end your call with them, always make sure that you recap their goals. Restate how you will help them is very, very, very important. End your call like a professional. Don't be in a rush. Recap everything they told you, like say them again so that you are both on the same page, because it means that those are your deliverables and you are going to be including them, the deliverables, in your proposal. So imagine that you are saying that, oh, I'll be sharing 5 posts in a month, I mean in a week, and then your client says you should share maybe like 20 posts in a week. Do you see that you're not on the same page? Now you have to restate all of their recap all of their goals, so that you are not, I mean, recap all of what they told you so that you're not missing out, or then also to show that you're actively listening, right? Then another thing is that restate how you can help them, even though you have mentioned how you can help them before, but you have to say it again. You don't have to, but it's good that you say it again, so that even if they were not listening at first, when they hear it again, they will know that, oh, that's what we are doing for them. Then, another thing is that just say that something like, oh, I'll follow up, or I'll send an email, or I'll send you my proposal, and then move on. You have to let them know that, oh, I'm going to be sending you a proposal with a package that I customized for you, or probably a package that they chose, by maybe in 24 hours, or by this evening, or tomorrow morning. Give it a time frame so that they will expect that email. Even when the emails drop in their junk or in their spam email, because they are expecting it, they can look for it. And then you can say something like, let me know if you like to move forward. Now, if you're asking them, let me know if you like to move forward, you're asking them that, when I send my proposal, should I expect a response from you? Even though you're not saying that like that, but you need to like use those words so that they are able to understand you, and then they know that you know what you're doing, right? Always lead, never leave the call hanging. Yeah, always lead, never, because it is at the end of the day, you are the business owner and they are looking for your services. So now tell them what to do, tell them what to expect for each stage of the call. So let's talk. What is one question you've been scared to ask on a discovery call? Now I'm going to start first because because I've been there, and this is something that it took me a while to be able to master, and that was when I start to see results after mastering it. So um for me, what I think that I was usually scared of is the fact that I don't ask them how much their budget is. I wonder why. That was when I started out. I'll just be like, I'll not ask them how much their budget is. Immediately they probably ask me that, how much are you charging for this? Instead of me to just even still tell them that, oh, I charge this particular amount. You guys, I will tell them that, okay, I'm going to include it in my proposal, that I'll be sending to you, that I'll do this, that I'll do that. I'm not going to tell them straightforward. And I wonder why. Right. It was not until I started to open my mouth to tell them that, oh, I charge this particular amount per month for this particular service. How much is your own budget? Okay, my budget, maybe for example, maybe I say I charge 1,500 per month for social media management. How much is your budget? And then they say, oh, my budget is 1,000. And I feel like, okay, 1,000 is not so bad also. So what can I do? I can customize a plan for you. I'm going to, instead of me posting 7 content in a week, I'm going to be posting 4 content in a week. Instead of me posting, just try to customize a plan that works for them and then works for me, without me doing so much, and then without them going beyond their budget, and it will still work, right? So I realized that that was my mistake then, and immediately I got to know that that was my mistake. I solved it in my mind, and I knew that like every other discovery call that I had afterwards, even though I never closed everything, but I closed the major one that I actually wanted to close, right? Now, drop your biggest takeaway from today's session. I really need to know what is in your mind. What is your biggest takeaway? Let's discuss it. What's your biggest takeaway? Waiting. Waiting. Okay, now let's move on. So we are almost at the end of this class. Make sure that you are liking this video, like the video, and then subscribe subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so that you can know when I go live. You'll be the first to know, even, and if you want to join my free social media manager group, my inner circle on Telegram, which is the VA social media manager hive, you can just comment the word community under this video and I will send you a link to join. So if you want to start running your business like a boss, a social media manager, and then you want to take the guesswork out of your discovery calls, your proposals, your onboarding, and you are done with just winging it and not knowing what to do at the right time as a social media manager, the Pro Social Media Manager Client and Content Kit is for you. It has like a done for you template script and also over 18 templates for social media managers, your onboarding document, onboarding form, your pricing guides, your content calendar, a 30-day content calendar, your analytic report, your contracts, and so much more. 18 templates in a bundle for you. If you want to get it, there's a link to get it in my description box. You can click on it and then find your way to get access to it. Show up prepared, and you should always show up prepared for your discovery call, which is also very important for you to know. And also, another thing is that apart from everything that I have said, there's one missing key, which is that your confidence level, and then look like an expert that you already are, is very, very important. You have to look like that expert that you already are and then be confident. Then you'll be able to close any type of call. Now, if you want to the questions that is on this presentation that I added. If you're interested to know, to get them, you can easily screenshot them, or you can even just send me an email. My email is on my YouTube channel so that I can forward them to you. I can forward the presentation to you in case you have a discovery call to kill. So go kill your next discovery call and make sure that you subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely